Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to your September tarot reading. Mercury retrograde is retrograding all over me. You know what's really funny too is like my planets that I'm ruled by, Venus and Mercury, are both retrograde right now, and I actually feel really good. So prayers that keeps going. I hope you guys are doing well as well. Thank God, Mercury will be going direct in September, and so will Venus going direct in September. And if you would like to get all of that information, including all of your rising sign information, get your astrology for the month, and you can get a mid-month tarot reading on our Patreon. We've got tons of content on that Patreon already. And we've got the Uranus retrograde, the Jupiter retrograde, everything is going up. Today I've been working on the rising sign astrology. So that'll all be up on probably the 31st of August. So people ask how they can support us while I'm going through this cancer journey. And that's probably the best way. It's only $10.99. And I get to give back to you guys. And that really is the way that I always like it to be. I love to be able to give back to you guys. So take advantage of that. And until the 31st of August, I have 44% off everything on my website. So all of the tarot readings, all of the astrology readings, all of the Reiki sessions, the shamanic journeys, if you need some mentoring, or, you're having a difficult time with life and you just, need to talk with somebody and get some different direction and some different perspective and, figure out directions in life, there's everything on there is 44% off until August 31st using the code birthday. Celebrating my life because my birthday is in a few days. Let's get a Power of Surrender card for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's see. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What are we doing for September? What are we surrendering? Ooh, surrender obsessive thinking. If you're obsessing about a person or situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Doing so will help bring you clarity or even solve the problem. So, obsessive thinking can be really, really sabotaging to ourselves when we are obsessing over, certain things that are happening in our lives, obsessing over things that we want to happen in our lives, obsessing over certain people. I get it. You guys are ruled by Mars and Pluto. That is the most intense energy of the zodiac. Of course, you guys are going to have intense emotions as well. But you don't want to fall into someone. You don't want to it's you don't want to mesh and to get all sorts of entrapped into other people and other situations, because then the focus isn't on what you're doing in your life. And that's what's important, Scorpio. I know the other people in your life and stuff, that's also important. But when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, it all comes back to you. It all comes back to self. So whatever it is that you are obsessing over, I also feel like, I don't think there was another card that flipped over in there, but I just want to double check really quick. I feel like whatever it is that you're obsessing over, just like it's not even, is it necessary? Is it helping you? The thing that you're obsessing over, is it helping you in your life in some way? Or okay. Knight of Pentacles was the first card. Knight of Pentacles was the first card that came out. And then we have the Chariot. And then we have the Six of Wands. I love this. Okay. There could be a Cancer in your life that's like recognizing you or like giving you some kind of attention. I feel like with this Knight of Pentacles, this part of your journey that you're on, the more you allow yourself to stay present with each step that you're taking and with each direction, you know, with each like thought process and like moving a little bit slower, allowing yourself to move a little bit slower, I feel like that's going to bring more achievement for you instead of trying to like rush through things and rush to get things accomplished. Or it, you know, it's a slower process right now. You know, things are slowing down. Like every single one of the outer planets are retrogrades as we go into the new year. So some of them will go direct before the end of the year, but most of them all the way into the new year. So there's this integrating process of information that we already know. And outer planet retrogrades are just as important as when they're direct, those outer planets. We have to have that slowdown period too. We have to have that integration. We have to have that reassessment that happens, right? I feel like you're moving forward, like all of these cards are going in the same direction. And so I feel like you have a focus and I feel like you're moving forward, and that's enough, Scorpio. That's enough, right? Like if I were to stop your reading right here and just be like, this is enough. You know, we don't have to obsess over a person or a direction or how things are going to turn out, because first of all, the destination, does it matter? Does the destination matter? I guess, but we have so many of them in one lifetime. We have lots of destinations. The journey is where we learn. And the journey is where we learn about ourselves and we grow. And we have little destinations and little conclusions and new beginnings along the way, right? So let's clarify. Let's see what this Knight of Pentacles, you know, what is it? Because this to me is just like, you know, allow yourself to slow down, take it step by step. And like this is, I kind of had a feeling. I had a feeling that, you know, we're on this path towards the direction that you want to go in and you're still confused. And that's why the stillness, right? The power of stillness, the power of steady movement forward, the power of not rushing into things and allowing them to take its time. Right now, that is everything. Because then you have surety and then you have confidence on what you're doing and it's not a chaotic, disastrous mess, right? But obsessive thinking about the destination or about the experience or about the people or about whatever can sabotage that process, right? The Ace of Cups. I also kind of feel like for some of you, you have a lot of people that want your attention this month. And I feel like they're all kind of a distraction. And I want to tell you to focus on yourself. Like I want you to be obsessively thinking about focusing on yourself and not obsessing over anybody that's approaching you. Because if you obsessively think about, is this the one? Is this the one? Are we going to live happily ever after? Is this going to be the person that I'm? No. Right? That's the Seven of Cups here. Right? And so focusing on yourself will take away the distractions and will help you to zoom in on only one of those cups. Do you see? If you don't have direction, or if there's a Cancer in your life that's kind of confusing you and like knocking you off of your, like you're kind of like, what the hell's going on? You're a little bit disturbed here, right? Your success is always going to be when you come back to what you need to be focusing on. That the Eight of Pentacles is the sun in Virgo. It can get very monotonous to be able to just kind of put your head down and be working so much. But sometimes that's the kind of discipline that you have to do in order to be successful. Ask any Virgo. Ask any Virgo the amount of time that they put into projects, right? Sometimes Virgos have like 6 or 7 or 8 different projects that they never finish, or it takes them months to finish. But dang it, there's, that's that they have to, right? It's the monotony thing that kind of drives them crazy. That's also, I think, a trauma response for some people. But we have the star at the bottom of the deck. So this Aquarian energy, this energy of wanting to move towards your hopes and dreams and, really allow yourself to dream bigger, right? And be on that direction. And I feel like that's what the focus needs to be. And it's outside of this obsessive thinking. When you're obsessively thinking about something, it's outside of you. Whatever it is that you're thinking about is happening outside of you. And so the way that you stop obsessively thinking is you go back within and you're like, you shut the blinders off. Sometimes you have to distract yourself. This guy is so focused on what he is making, nothing can distract him. And especially, Scorpio, if you're wondering about the directions that you're meant to be going in, focus. I think that the more you allow yourself to be still and go quiet and go within, the more successful September is going to be for you. Just have a feeling. So I love you guys. Take care of yourself. I hope to see you on Patreon or in a reading sometime this month. I also do have all of the solar return readings back up. Everybody was like, where are the solar return readings on your website? So I finally put them back up. So those are available as well if your solar return is coming up. I love you. Have a great September. Bye.